What's up, fellow Clashers? It's Apollyon here, and bringing you the end of a war against CroLegion for the Town Hall 8 attacks. I already did the Town Hall 9, so check that video out. Get a little history of this. The CroLegion is a very good, fair play war clan that wanted to go ahead and match with us in an arranged war, but we didn't get a chance to yet. And it looks like Supercell took care of that and did it for us. So we randomly matched with them, and it was a great war. Get a chance to show you some really cool bases that they had for us to hit. Very nice change from the random farming clans we go against and other ones. So, good shout out to them. And they brought it with us, a real close match the whole entire time, very close all the way down to the wire, and we were able to get a perfect war, and they just fell a little short, but they used almost all of their attacks and did a really good job against us as well. So anyway, we'll jump into some of these Town Hall 8 attacks, and I'm not going to be able to show you all of them, or I'm going to leave a couple of them out because I'm working on a couple other videos that I'm going to use them for. So let's go ahead and check out number 20, or their number 12 hit by our number 20 against Reaper, and show you a mass hog. We've kind of strayed away from mass hogs a little bit in our videos, just because most of our Town Hall 8s use GoHo or GoVaLo or GoVaLo. You don't see that many times, a strict mass hog like this, and does a huge investment of hogs to really get tons of this base taken out, trip the clan castle, and trigger take care of them with a poison. I think there's a couple of them that are still there. Uses that poison to go ahead and take care of that last thing, and then we'll go ahead and drop these a lot of these hogs in there. Dropped almost the rest of them. I think has 7 left. There we go with the last of his 2, and then has, I think, another 5 in the clan castle, and 3 heals to keep going around this base. So drops those clan castle max hogs in there to meet up with the other group, and has one more heal now after this, and goes through that giant bomb. Don't know if the other one was a double giant bomb that was only tripped once, or if it was 3 singles in this base. But we'll go ahead and check this out and see what if these guys trip a giant bomb here. So the answer is no. So that means that was probably a double giant bomb that just only got tripped by singles. So they'll go ahead and take care of that and clean up tons and tons of hogs. Drops the king in there. Drops a kind of swag heal. There is the double giant bomb set that goes off, but while the hogs are standing in heals, so completely crushes this base. Very nicely done. Let's move on to number 14. GoHo with double poison. So we'll check out Valhalla taking care of their number 14 with that GoHo. Brings just 1 golem in here as a cold-blooded entry, and again another high investment hog deployment here for the clan castle lure. Whenever there are all these tier 1 units in the clan castle, you're going to have to use a lot of hogs to make sure you clear them all. It's not such a big deal when you're doing a GoHo, because those golems will tank and the wizards will take care of it. With mass hog like Dank did on the other attack, you definitely have to, because those hogs will run across the entire base getting hit by that clan castle before they finally take care of them. So anyway, we're done with the poison, and we send a golem in from the top. Large spread. That golem is tanking tons of point defenses for all of those wizards that are being thrown in there. Opens up, no wall breaker fail. Good, just missed that mortar, and then sends 3 more wall breakers in that do get kind of a fail. Well, 2 of them go to spring traps, and then 1 of them does a little bit of damage, which will make it easier for the king to bang through that wall. It's time to go ahead and send the hogs in here. So that golem is still working its way through. Now it's golemites and the king as well tanking. They will go ahead and take out that enemy king, and the hogs will go ahead and make their way clockwise around the base. So they do have 2 more heals left over, as we brought 3 heals here. No quad quake to get in there. Very easily done, as Valhalla shows. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take care of the rest of this base. Trip that giant bomb, standing completely in heals, so they'll get healed up to full, and then turn on that king that was not taken care of, and work their way around the rest of the base. It's time for cleanup. 6 stars. I think GoVaLo got a 6-star war if I'm not mistaken. So very, very nice attack. Nicely done. All right, let's just check out a couple more. We'll go to 15, and we will look at SGK. Take this base out with a GoHo, but this time he's using a quad quake. So, and if you look at this base in the middle, that whole entire, I mean, it's like 85% of the base will be opened up. That's why you can never use a base design like this. It's just going to get crushed by GoHo. You have to have at least 7 tiles apart from that core where that clan castle is. Otherwise, you're going to see what happens right here. Golem will have to kind of reroute into that Tesla, but those wizards will continue to do a funnel. It is a shattered entry with 2 golems up there. Drops the wall breakers in there. They will go ahead and make it in there without any problem. Just dodge that mortar. Golem is split into golemites, and the clan castle will be tripped. A lot of tier 1. Drops a P.E.K.K.A. in the clan castle because this is going to be completely wide open. There we go. It is quad quaked and everything's taken care of. Rage is up, but those tier 1 things are doing some damage without a poison. So that king will go down. The P.E.K.K.A.'s got to step up, and she will have to take the king's place. So wizards are still trailing behind the P.E.K.K.A., killing some of these buildings, and it's time to go ahead and send those hogs in without hardly any kill squad left over from that attack. So has plenty of hogs though, and still has 2 heals for them. Loses a couple to spring traps, but has still not deployed even more than half of his hogs. There we go. Start sending a couple more, and they're very patient. No point defenses up there top, as that hog is taking out the air defense, and then the wizard tower standing in heals. Has another heal left over, and still plenty of hogs to send in. That P.E.K.K.A. is still up tanking, so those hogs will have to work through very little defenses. Just a couple point defenses left, 3 point defenses, 1 splash, and just a static one. And that will be standing in heals. That P.E.K.K.A. is going to go ahead and do some cleaning up of her own and start busting through that wall and take out those buildings. And we'll just have to go through and take care of that Tesla. So we are finishing up here, doing the cleanup. Very, very nice attack and very nice choice of quad quake to open up that base completely. Does trip a giant bomb, but that's not going to be a problem. All right, number 19, we're going to see another mass hog by Doc. And I want to show this again. It's another common internet base. Where you see it could be GoVaLo. Anytime you see those 3 air defenses in that core, it's always a prime candidate for that type of attack. For a quad quake in that left-hand side there, and just sending all the Valkyries and funneling them right in there and taking care of that, and then following it up with loons on the backside. But you can hit a base multiple ways, which is why I wanted to show this one. That hog needs to be sure that it has triggered all of the clan castle and takes care of that clan castle. The poison has to drop 2 poisons because that wizard was out of the way, and that wizard will definitely be take care of all of that group of hogs. That will do huge damage. So it's the most important one to take care of, and we'll start doing a 3-finger drop clockwise around the base. Want to make it all the way through that core, so he'll just go ahead and start spamming the hogs in here to make sure they get focused all the way through. There we go. It's already landed 2 heals in there, and it looks like some of the clan castle is still not done yet. So they will walk into those 2 heals and be completely healed up, and you'll notice those clan castle goblins are still taking care of those hogs, causing them a lot of problems, and those hogs will not be able to do anything about it until they finish with all these defenses. That last heal is used, so they have to make it through these last 2 point defenses while being hit by the king, while being hit by those goblins, which are definitely going to do some damage. So they'll turn on those goblins, exact revenge, but not till the damage is pretty much done. There are only 3 hogs left, so those 3 or 4 goblins did a huge deal. King will go ahead and take care of that enemy king, and that will go ahead and give the path to those hogs to be able to let them do their cleanup job, and we'll get it all done, and that last building is taken out. Very, very nice. Love to see a different hit on that style of a base. So 2 more to go, and then we're all finished. We're going to look at 2 dragon attacks all the way at the bottom. Somebody asked, when do you use dragons and loons, and when do you use dragons and hog riders? And here we go. Here's a prime candidate of when you're using dragon and hog riders. It's really up to you. We'll use the quad quake on that that zap quake on the bottom. Where is that? I don't see the sweeper. Oh, there we go. The sweeper is pointed down. Still decides to come and start to coming in from that sweeper side, start the funneling, but will come in from the side, kind of against the sweeper. Not just a little bit, but it's a good funneling job there to get to that AD. Really, using those loons, I like to use loons a lot more than hogs when it comes to this kind of stuff, unless you're going to really invest and use tons of hogs and heals. If you think about it, those loons are really only worried about the air defense as far as a big damage dealer to them. Those mines, seeking mines, and the air bombs will definitely do damage to them, but nowhere near what hogs have to go through as far as cannons, archer towers, mortars, wizard towers. Everything hits them, as well as double giant bombs. So that's the difference between that, and you'll see that that's what takes care of those hogs right there. So I mean, it just depends what you are comfortable with. I think I wouldn't use, unless the air defense is right on the edge of the base, to use hogs, because they have to go through a lot more than a loon will. Now a loon is slower, so you have to deal with that too, but it's kind of up to you. I just like the raging loons, or at least giving them haste and making them about the same speed as the hogs, and then they have to deal with so much less than the hogs do. Hogs have to deal with every defense except for air defenses. Balloons only about 3/4 to half of those defenses. So we're not quite cleaned up, but dragons will clean up everything at the same time. So all the buildings are the same for them. So very, very nice attack. And then we'll go ahead and check out the last one, which is another drag. I think this is just a Dragloon attack. Oh no, same thing, same drag rider attack. And if you're looking at the right-hand side, so it uses another Zap Quake. The right-hand side, you have an Archer Tower at the 3 o'clock position, and then right from the Archer Tower, the path is going to be Hogs to Archer Tower to Air Defense, with no giant bombs in the way. So that is a very good candidate to use Hogs instead of Loons. They'll get there quick. They won't have to deal with hardly any point defenses except for that Archer Tower. A little bit of splash damage with a mortar, maybe a whiz tower, but very little. That's not going to really cause too much problems. And then using loons in here is great, because he can rage up the dragons and get those loons straight into that air defense without having to worry about all those any of the other defenses down there, like cannons or mortars. So it sends those hogs in there. They will go ahead and take out that air defense. That's their only job. Anything else they get is icing on the cake. And those dragons are making their way through the rest of the base. There is one loon that lives through. He is definitely going to beat that wizard tower on a one-on-one match and make his way to the cannon, even getting hit by an air bomb. So that loon will help clean up with the dragons and the king, and we'll get the 3 stars there and the 6-star war for Wee Willie. So very, very nice attacks. Nice to hit some anti-3 base. Give our Town Hall 8s definitely a challenge in there. Not to hit those common internet bases that we see all the time, and gets us thinking and creating different strategies and ways to hit the base. So appreciate the war from CroLegion. Definitely check them out. They are a very good clan. It was a good war for us, and we look forward to the next time that we're either going to randomly match with them or a range match with them. Hopefully you are able to take these attack compositions, the deployment styles, and get comfortable with them, practice them, get those